The graph is one of the most promising projects in the whole crypto sphere, growing almost 50% in usage per month. And with this comes a lot of interest in trading and investing in this crypto. And that's why in the next few minutes I will do a price prediction and analysis on the graph crypto, sketching out the most likely scenarios following its bull move in the past week and few days. Alright, so let's get right into this price prediction. We are looking at the graph crypto on the 4-hour time frame on Binance. And as I said, basically I'm doing this analysis because there was a huge bull move, and that creates opportunities, at least chances to get some profit off of this crypto. And as I said as well, it's like fundamentally it's quite a promising crypto. So let's zoom out a little bit. As you can see, we are not actually, this bull run wasn't up until an all-time high or something, and it used to be way higher. Found resistance at the 1.07 area. All-time high is at least, I think, 1.1. Oh no, it actually was higher too. That was, I believe it had a huge bull run in February, so quite early if you compare it with all of the other cryptos. But basically what happens is, or what happened right here is quite a steady downtrend, and it actually broke through, and it is now in a consolidation, and the consolidation is kind of a reversal pattern. I mean, that means that either the price will go down again or it will go up, and with this bull run we have received some evidence at least for it going up. And that's interesting, because if you buy now, you might actually be very early in a new uptrend. So I basically sketch out two things, which I think are most likely. The first one being a further consolidation, but a little bit higher up. That's the green pattern. And the other one being that the price will actually continue in an uptrend. So let's start with the scenario in which it will go into an uptrend. For that to happen, it can either, bounce off of this 80 or 0.8360, or it can actually go as low as 0.78 when it gets together with the trend line. The wick might even shoot down to 0.76, but that should only be the wick, that shouldn't be the body. If that's the body, most likely scenario 2 will come into play. But yeah, as I said, so it either bounces off of this 0.8350 and then bounces off of the 78, or the wick could shoot off the 76. And from there on out, it might find resistance again at the 83. It could, definitely. It could also find resistance a little bit higher at 84.75. After which I think if this trend line comes together with the key level you see right here, so that would be around the 20th of October, at the price level 0.80, let's grab that, because that's a psychological key level. So if it bounces off of this one and it hits the 0.80 together with the trend line, I think that could be a very nice area to gain a lot of bullish momentum. So it might even shoot up until the 0.88 again, finding some resistance. I mean, I put the break retest at 84.80, but it could also find the resistance a little bit higher, after which I think it could shoot up again. Ultimately, I think the next resistance should be at 0.92, but I don't necessarily know if that resistance will be very strong. And what could also happen is that it just straight breaks through this resistance, and that it actually does something like this. That could happen as well, but that really depends on how much bullish momentum there is and how much capital there is. I believe this crypto has around a 1-2 billion market cap, so there's still a lot of potential for growth, and it was way bigger. But still, I mean, most of the times after such a bull move, a slow uptrend begins, or a consolidation, such as in this second scenario. But another bull move doesn't happen a lot if it is not instantly. So as you can see here, there are already some days after the bull run. So yeah, there's just not a lot of chance that it will actually break through the 0.88 immediately, and that it even goes above the 0.92. I think the 0.92 would be quite a big resistance area if it continues in this uptrend. But what could also happen is the green scenario, that it actually goes into consolidation. So, so that would mean that it bounces off of the 0.8360, but that it would actually serve as a very nice resistance area. And then it might find support at 0.78 once or twice, and then take a break retest on the 0.8060, which then serves as a resistance. And then ultimately I think it will go down, and I think the lower bound of the range in which it will then consolidate will be around 74.50, 74.85, basically this key level, but that's around that price area. And I think from there the consolidation will start, and I mean, that would be a consolidation a little bit higher, so that's still positive, but most of the times after such a bull move that happens. But still, as I said in the first scenario, that could happen as well. It's just, I think, equally likely, but you should always be prepared on every scenario that could happen. So when it bounces off of this 74.85, I mean, I think ultimately the range in which it will consolidate will be between 74.85 and 83.60. And there could be moves in between, such as finding resistance here, maybe finding a break retest support at 79. But this would be the general direction I think it would follow. Of course, you can always have some outlier wicks. I mean, maybe a wick will shoot up until 73.50. Maybe a wick will shoot up until the 84.75. You never know that happens within consolidations. But yeah, I think those are the two most likely scenarios. So the first one being that it continues in an uptrend with the interesting price areas I named while explaining that one, and the second one being that it will go into sort of a consolidation, accumulation phase, you can also call it, and that it will move sideways for a little bit before actually moving on, getting a bull run again, which I think is ultimately going to happen, but within the second scenario it might just take a little longer. So if you have any questions about this price prediction and price analysis, please let me know down in the comments, and I will make sure to respond to that as soon as possible. As for now, thank you for watching and listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.